Yes, you've read that YouTube title right. I just recently signed up for another UX design bootcamp. What's up YouTube fam? This is Wesley, UX designer, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm creating this video to provide you guys another life update as to where I am in my career as a UX designer. And I recently made the decision to sign up for another UX design bootcamp. So let me share with you guys which specific bootcamp I selected, why I selected that one, and what I'm looking to get out of it. Now, the bootcamp that I signed up for is hosted by Elevator, which is an e-learning platform that hosts different types of courses for different topics such as product management, coding, finance, and many more. And the specific course that I selected is the UX UI design for gaming, or more specifically for video games. And this is where I'll be taught the whole full ins and outs of UX design, but more specifically within the video game industry. This program will be a 7-week course, so that's about a month and a half, and I'll receive online class that will be taught live by an instructor. On top of that, the course will also have office hours where you can get personal instructor feedback. The classes itself will be recorded and you can view that over and over again. And also you'll receive career assistance where you'll get help creating your portfolio, case studies, and then even get some help with the interview process as well. Now, who is the instructor? This class will be taught by Ivy Sang, who has 14 plus years of UX design experience specifically in gaming. She's worked at some pretty big companies such as Electronic Arts, Hothead Games, and she currently works at Timber Games. She's also worked on some pretty big well-known video games, some games that you may have played yourself, such as FIFA, NHL, Battlefield, and Dragon Age. Now, why am I taking another UX design bootcamp program, and why specifically for gaming? Now, I decided to sign up for this bootcamp for gaming specifically because I'm in this position where I want to learn something new about UX design, whether it's within a new product, industry, or company. And honestly, I guess you could say I'm a little bit bored. Just based off of my previous experience working in retail and e-commerce, I'm kind of looking for a way to just bridge myself and think differently as a UX designer. Now, I don't consider myself a gamer per se, but I do enjoy playing video games time to time. When I first heard about this bootcamp, it really intrigued me that UX design plays such a huge part into video games. And that's something that I don't think I really thought about consciously, but I think I've always knew it was there unconsciously, but you never really pay attention to that. I realized that there is actual research, strategy, and design that's being implemented purposefully throughout the screens that you're looking at when you're playing a video game. Now, when I started to think a little bit more about this bootcamp and just thinking about how UX design and video game comes together, a lot of these bigger questions started to pop up in my mind, like how does UX design come into play for each specific category of video games, whether it's RPG, sports, shooting? How does a UX designer help create a video game onboarding process and tutorials? When you're playing an RPG game that involves leveling up and boosting up your stats, how do you show all that data and information for a gamer to digest in the best and smoothest way possible? As I continued to ask these questions over and over again, I started to get even more curious, and I thought it would be super fun and super cool to learn about how all that works, particularly through this bootcamp program. I also signed up for this bootcamp to help diversify my career and my portfolio. Like I mentioned before, in my career, I've only worked within the retail and e-commerce industry. That includes a little bit of that logistic and merchandising as well. But doing that for the majority of my career, it's gotten me to a point where I really want to branch out and try something different within a complete different industry. I'm also hoping that this course will help me to become a specialist within my career. Now, what do I mean by a specialist? It can be about having like a specialist position, such as a UX researcher, UX architect, UI designer, or you can be a specialist by being well known for something that you're really good at. For example, if I was working as a UX designer and I needed help creating an interview script for a one-on-one interview that's coming up, I may start to ask myself, who can I reach out to and who can be really good at this? And then you may think, oh, you know what? Alex, he's actually really good at doing user research, and he's really good at making the users feel comfortable, honest, and authentic within their feedback. So in that way, I feel like Alex is kind of a specialist. So I feel like this will help me get to that point where I can be a specialist or be known for something specific that will really help me stick out as a UX designer on top of my current experience, skills, and strengths. So for this particular bootcamp, it's actually a lot shorter and cheaper than the other ones that I've found. Honestly, I probably consider this to be more of a mini UX bootcamp. It's only about a month and a half long and it cost me under $2,000. Now, as an experienced UX designer of 4 years, I believe this will be kind of a good low risk investment for my career growth, especially to be taught by someone who's very experienced in UX design within a very specific niche like video games. Now, if this was a bootcamp that was like around 10K, which is kind of the usual price, I probably wouldn't have signed up for it. Signing up for this program, I also realized that there are some slight concerns. When I started to look further into this bootcamp, I realized that there weren't a lot of reviews that I could find on this specific program because I do think it's pretty new. So I do understand that there are some small little risk factors being a part of this program that might actually be a waste of my time and money. But sometimes you gotta take a chance, and again, this is a low risk investment in my opinion. At the end of the day, who knows? This could probably help me get my foot into the door within a specific video game company or just within the industry as a UX designer. And just thinking about it, I think it would be really cool to work for a video game company and work on some pretty popular games and say, yeah, I designed that video game and I had a part in it. Now, since my YouTube channel, there are a lot of UX beginners who watch my content, I really wanted to answer the question of, is this a great fit for people who are UX beginners? Honestly, I'm not 100% convinced it is, and I'm not sure if they will give you the right type of education and resources for people who are just starting out their UX career. It feels like a good way to learn about UX design in a specific niche, but I'm not sure if it will be helpful when it comes to doing like a complete career switch. I will definitely do a bootcamp review once I finish the program, and then you can make a decision for yourself and if it's the right fit for you. Now, since I'll be embarking on this new UX design bootcamp journey, I'm looking forward to bringing you guys along through my videos, and I'm sure I'll be doing a lot of these day in the life videos and showing you what I'm going through as a UX design bootcamp student. So please be on the lookout for that in the near future as I'm starting this new UX design bootcamp this week. Thank you for letting me share this update with you guys, and please look forward to this new journey and content. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.